Zaman. Awutu Park, Orisiesi, name Profubaka Chemede, Niyan Kubin or Yaman. Maman 45,000 quote, Maman 27,000 quote. Awutu Park and award your home, Sika Konin 73,736. Tetena or 730 million. And say a car nightday. A black straight coupon. Only a double grand or Nina Nunkatawo. Ada men paid and canopan. O Sunday, says Yamioka say 2 months ago, I buy Braham fertilizer, or bread DCEB, or bread MPB, mentioned or commercial. Fertilizer 300 bucks, ammonia 100 bucks, a brew 100 bucks. And say a kada buying now a woman no, I MPino, sir, BB I watch and also Sakamuda. Now, so a Canada in Yabi. That's a master. Obiara, Obedi, no doya or Mr. You may be a what I shall on Sunday no car. You may be a what I shall on Sunday no car. No canina ye. A man casame by Busume Soani. Now, so Sika prove a mano. Mepa Busume Sonya Mp Sika ma prove a mano. Or ya 3.6 billion. 368,000 Ghana cedis. And see, Sir Ekada Abanyo Wodi on Yawa Banti in Yashi. Naturally, Dr. Baumia and Nanekufu Leo Bunia. Shada equipment to buy on the time was signed. No problem. Parliament, no problem. But the Kawa was the MPP abandoned all the Bonite, all the Bomosi Binano, Mokan who approve. Only the Monka Mokan. Juma power did the Monka, and the master, Yabaya Akintifa, Yankan Okar, name me Bunkontai, Bibia Maka.
Enti the district chief executive for Awutu Senya West. Ena waguma mi enimu asepoto. Now, DC Yiwiyen, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia as the special guest of honor, and so Ebekasai. The Sebebrebe to Jah with regards to Anamuntua Hudwa, Abenye too, in bringing development to the doorsteps of the people of Awutu Senya West. Some social interventions and initiatives that has been rolled out nationwide. Yeah, the good people of Awutu Senya West enjoy it, say the free senior high school and other policies. Going forward, the Abenye dia gunka tasoya wohwe say Ghana fonya rishimunya hotoso umua to abama wa obekoso atwa swaye ediaboama Ghana ni bia. In fact, ehwahin ha no with regards to your daily living and the development we expect that various government provide for their people. Now, interestingly, Ebra na nanoma trankonya. Ya na wahene popro ba kwa waye MC introduce the vice president ni ehunu say ye ma me Gizela Tete and then a bunch of hoodlums, that is the NDC supporters, appear free the Deba grounds. Ya na there will be a festival climatization ecoso. Now, interestingly, Mablo no so sorry jina said there be the member of parliament in court. She has questions to answer. Questions ni bi ni say. Mablo ni chemu a MP edi kan di ntro dia kire won say all developmental projects ya ekoso wo Awutu Senya West is as a result of the fact that ono ankasa na di ne botom sika eye na wonya aka preben famfraban. MP asamo maso ate say common funder esese otumi assess na odeboa in the smooth running of the day-to-day activities of the constituency nso onya aka prebampo na other projects omuhu no eye ne namfofo ene adofo ya ewa manone ene support no ene DC ya mo mahunu se sansem MP kache omu nyina eya tro, hence omu maburu no pese omuhunu se member of parliament Asemaba DC can any sema working, which is which. Now, Faye, Mabunu so ma sign ashe the member of parliament ama na pa na no matrankonya achew because all kan sem no na matrankonya tewo ya wodi sanfo ne kirewo. Now ni nyina na MP dwane to omunhu nipa dom mabunu dom ya agi sa every deba grounds was MP no se ni nya ehwa na sa ya ma mi gezala tete the chimfutu but mabunu na kire krata ten e di akwa akoto na nanoma trankonya ye wa Awutu Senya West said omo encall their member of parliament to order. 1, she should be summoned before the chiefs and elders of Awutu Senya West to render an unqualified apology for telling them lies. 2, the quantum of money ya DC Bodin said ya mami Gizela Tete and Saka for developmental projects. No more share the kind of developmental projects air cost or constituency wa. They don't match. Enti na nanoma trankunya. And Fred, the member of parliament. Na omeye accounts as to bebia every single city she assessed from the common fund FIA with regard to development air cost or Awutu Senya West. Sanya sa omu mabunu yomo Awutu Senya West. Ebetin tesukoko edi achire ya mame Gabriel ana Gizela sorry tete na yenya Paula domochire enso efa a different aspect of the entire story which also covers a kwanya mami show gross insubordination by leaving the backgrounds when the special guest of honor who happens to be the vice president was being introduced to Yabeko. Dia far every that side of Nyoma Ekoso and Anokosia Day award the Awutu Senya West constituency during the celebration of their favorite Awubia festival.
First of all, the festival is the Awubi festival. It is in Awutu Senya West. Awutu Senya West, the constituency of Gizela Tete. That's where the Awubi festival is done. Let me give you a bit of the history of the Awubia festival, and then we can then get how sacrilegious this MP's behavior was. Historically, the Awubia festival marks the end of the farming season and the harvest period. It is a time of thanksgiving to the ancestral spirits and deities for a bountiful harvest and to seek the blessing for future prosperity. The festival also serves as a vibrant display of cultural identity and communal unity among the Awutu people. The celebration includes various rituals and customs that have been passed down through generations. A ceremonial procession led by the paramount chief and elders, adorned in traditional regalia, proceeds to sacred grounds where libations are poured to seek guidance and blessings from the ancestors. So this is Gizela. She attended the Awubia festival. Of course, she's member of parliament and she needed so to do. But this is the story. So Dr. Bawumia was invited by the chiefs as a special guest for the Awubia festival, okay? He was invited. So he was invited in his capacity as vice president of Ghana. In fact, they wanted the president originally, from what I'm hearing. They wanted the president. Somehow the president's schedule is plenty. President happens to be outside the country somewhere in Asia, I believe. So Mahamudu Bawumia goes in there almost representing the president, but in his capacity as a vice president. So he goes there and there are presentation of awards. Gizela receives an award, of course, for being the member of parliament for Awutu Senya West. She receives an award. At the Awubia festival, she receives an award. Dr. Bawumia is there. When Dr. Bawumia arrived, he goes around to shake hands with everyone, including Gizela. Dr. Bawumia shook hands with her. She should come and tell me that it's not true. We have the video. Dr. Bawumia shook hands with her. When he arrived, he's shaking hands with the dignitaries. Nice lady like that. What kind of behavior is this? Dr. Bawumia shook hands with her. And then went around to shake hands with everybody. And the chiefs were happy that the vice president honored the invitation for the Awubia festival. They all stood up. And then the Yanara Assassini was played. Yanara Assassini, it was done. Bam, you know, the abridged version they do when important people arrive at places. And then they all sat down. Then the chief spoke, everybody spoke. And then the special guest of honor was speaking, addressing the audience. She knew that the MC, the chief, there's a chief who is an MC, who is now introducing Dr. Bawumia to come. And then she walked out with her supporters that she doesn't want to hear what Dr. Bawumia has to say. I think this is terrible. Parliament's privilege committees must deal with it. Put Gisela's photograph there. Parliament privilege committees must deal with it. We can't have Gisela is ordinarily, this is an Atete sister, a former foreign minister. This is her sister. So you would assume. I've interviewed Hannah Tete countless occasions. Here on Good Evening Ghana, when she was trade minister, I've interviewed her so many times. One thing you get with Hannah Tete is the decorum. That's one thing you get with Hannah Tete. Have you ever heard? That is why when the NDC in the year 2008 wanted to change their image when they conducted the rebranding at the National Theatre, Hannah Tete was the person the NDC used to rebrand itself. Hannah Tete and Alexander Segbefia. They were the people that NDC used to rebrand themselves because Professor Mills was unhappy with this kind of gangster politics, insulting, fighting, violence. Professor Mills had taken over the leadership of the NDC, and he said that he wasn't going to have that with NDC. So he decided that for his 2008 election, he would conduct a rebranding. And he had two faces for the rebranding. The female face was Hannah Tete, and the male face was Alexander Segbefia. This is Hannah Tete's younger sister. Where did she learn these things from? Where did she learn from? Show me your friend, I'll show you your character. Show me your friends, I'll show you. Look at what she did. So it's just so debasing, it's terrible, it's horrendous, and it's uncouth, to say the least. You are a member of parliament. The vice president has come to your festival. This is your festival. And the vice president arrives and shakes hands with everyone, including yourself. You receive an award as member of parliament, which you deserve. The vice president congratulates you for the award by clapping his hands when you were called. When the vice president is about to be called to give his speech, you rise up and walk out. If she was walking out in good faith, do you know what she would have done? She would have stood up and gone to the dais and say, Mr. Vice President, I beg you, I need to go. You know it's campaign time, so this one, I beg you. And say, Nananom, Pachon Pede, Mr. Kwanta, Krebi. And then the MC will say that Gisela Tete, a member of parliament, or Awutu Senya West, also Podo Srekwan, inti Opodoko, inti Akwanda ho. This is what seasoned, well brought up people do. You don't rise up and pretend you are some macho woman and walk out with your supporters because you want to show that you have ignored the vice president so that NDC people will hail you. This is the kind of politics